There we go. Hey, everybody. This is Matthew Marlowe once again. Real excited to get going again on this series, Soldier of Faith broadcast for um, the timeline of the end. So this is again is the end times timeline, the deep dive into the timing of all of these things. This is going to be about the temple being built, the need for a holy temple, and the covenant of peace. So let's dive right on in. So we're pretty much scooching up next to the 70th week and probably moving into the 70th week of the timeline. There is a need for the temple of the 70th week fulfillment. I want to show in scripture where that is the case. Daniel 9:27 says, "And he, the Antichrist, shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation. And that determined shall be poured upon the desolate." Okay, it's important to note one thing. Wherever you see sacrifices and oblations in the Bible, there needs to be a tabernacle or a temple. That is, doesn't need to be, but the idea is that if there is a temple, those will be going on, okay? So the idea of stopping a sacrifice lends to a temple. And then there's also in Daniel 9:27, it says he makes it desolate. What desolate? Well, you find out elsewhere that what that it is. So let's keep going. Daniel 11:31 talks about that it. "And the arms shall stand on his part." Arms shall stand on his part, the Antichrist. "And they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength." So now there's a pollution of it getting desolate, like it said in Daniel 9:27. "And shall take away the daily sacrifice." Again, a duplication of Daniel 9:27. "And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate." And there's the word desolate, which again links it to Daniel 9:27. Matthew 24:15, Jesus himself talks about this exact prophecy. "When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand." And then he continues on what's going to happen. The holy place is a part of the temple. It is the most holy place in the temple behind the veil. Remember the veil that ripped when Jesus died on the cross? So that is the holy place. That's a temple. So there's going to be an abomination of desolation placed in the temple. It says in Daniel 11:31, they place the abomination in that temple. Okay. 2 Thessalonians 2:2 also show that there needs to be a temple in the end times. It says, "That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." Okay, so again, go back to Daniel 9:27 and see the timing on this. It says, "And he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause sacrifice and oblation, and overspreading he shall make it desolate." And then Daniel 11:31 speaks of that same moment. Arms are going to stand on his part. He's going to pollute the sanctuary of strength. He's going to sit there. And 2 Thessalonians 2 states the same thing, 2-4. He's going to sit in the temple of God. Very specific. This is the midpoint that we're talking about here, where he sits. However, the point here is that there needs to be a temple. So how do we know when the temple is going to come? The temple has to be there at the midpoint. It must exist. Whether on the Temple Mount or not, we can get into that later, but it has to exist. How peace plays into the coming of the Antichrist and the temple. So 1 Thessalonians 5:1 says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, Ye have no need that I write unto you, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them. Not before. Then comes sudden destruction, as travail on a woman with child. Again, travail of a woman and child is birth pains. They come in waves. Look around you guys. These are waves that we're in right now. These are the signs of the end of the time. End times coming. Many sorrows, Jesus said, the time of sorrows. Daniel 11:24. He shall enter peaceably upon the fattest places of the province, and shall do that which his fathers had not done. Peaceably, okay? He comes in quietly. He comes in peace. Side note, little asterisk right here. Daniel 11:24 also speaks of something that just hit the news today. Iran may have nuclear capabilities in 2 years. Okay, that just hit the news today. We've known all along that they're working on it. However, look at Daniel 11:24. It says, and he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds, even for a time. And guess what that's talking about? It might be talking about those nuclear weapons that he's going to have. Anyways, let's move on. Jeremiah 6:14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Okay, again, a false peace. Something comes to light, a covenant, that will somehow create a false sense of peace for Israel. The daughter of my people is specifically speaking of Israel. So this is in regards to Israel. However, the peace is with many nations, we find out in Daniel 9:27. It is very apparent in today's political and religious environment that there is no way that the temple could be built on the Temple Mount without some sort of peace. Look at it today. Also, have you noticed that currently, right now, in the Middle East, and especially in Israel, there is a huge movement by the religious Jews to bring the temple and its future building, which they are highly putting out into the media, the possibility of that there will be a building of the temple coming, and that they are really, really advocating for this. In a speech that Netanyahu gave the other day, one of the high rabbis of the Jewish faith was there with him and kept interrupting the prime minister, saying, and the temple's building, the building of the temple, and kept throwing that into his speeches in order to get it on the forefront of people's minds. This is a huge thing for Israel right now. And believe it or not, the Arabs are jumping on board. They actually want, a lot of them are saying, look on social media, it's actually quite amazing. It's mind-boggling to watch Iran right now not step on the Israeli flag on the ground that they painted for people to walk on, and the United States flag. The young people of Iran are rejecting the hardline religious government system of their people. They want peace. They want peace. The Arabs want peace with Israel. That is a God thing, no matter how we look at it. This has to happen. This has to happen for all of these prophecies to finish. And we are sitting here watching it with our own eyes. Get on the media, check it out. You will not believe what is going on out there, guys. It is amazing. I'm telling you, the temple's coming. It's going to be built. Now, it could be built at, right here at the first seal. It could be built the second, third. It could be built before the first seal even opens. However, I'm beginning to wonder if we've already seen the first seal. So everything is moving so fast, my friends. So God bless you. It's been a wonderful time to be able to speak to you today, and I pray that the Lord will bless and keep you.